Hello viewers, this is Jack Attack LP. I haven't been on a while, and that's an understatement. I think it's been at least a year since I last uploaded, so lots changed since then. I'm a senior now, almost out of high school. Thank every deity, thank the God Emperor of mankind. But anyways, I've also recently, within the past month, built a computer with some pretty awesome specs for a relatively cheap build. It's got a 1060 graphics card. It's got 3 terabytes of hard drive space, so I have no problems having to worry about space issues for recording or downloading all my games. So yeah, it's great. Anyways, I'm going to bring you some Total War Warhammer, and I hope this will be a relatively consistent thing, because I do like this game, and Bretonnia free DLC is coming out in 2 days, so I've been kind of playing a lot of Bretonnia in multiplayer lately to kind of get a feel for them, even though I know they're about to be changed up a lot, but I never even really thought about Bretonnia much, was never really interested in them until I heard they were getting the update. I just knew they were a typical medieval faction. I was like, oh, how interesting could that be? But I have to say, they're a very fun faction to play, and I'm going to kind of show you how I like to play them. So, I'm going to go over the unit rosters of each army real quick, and then we'll get started. So, starting off, I have my mounted yeoman archers, 2 units of those for skirmishing, because the vampire counts that I'm up against have pretty much no way of countering them. I have 2 units of Knights of the Realm and 2 Grail Knights to form the backbone of my force, and then I have my hero squad, which is 2 paladins on Pegasus, which are extremely good anti-hero and morale buffers, and I got 2 units of Pegasus Knights. And against the vampire counts, who have no real way of countering this unless they bring flying units of their own, and there's about a 30% chance that, from what I've seen, that vampire count players just tend not to bring flying units, which can be a massive mistake, as you'll see in this game. So, going to my allies, we have an Empire player with Karl Franz at the head, a Tempelhof Luminarch, which didn't end up really being a good pick for this battle. The only real monstrous unit on the field is the Ragnarok Queen, which, if you can take that out, then that about balances out the cost. I mean, this is 2,200, and that's about the same price, I think, because regular Ragnaroks are 2,000. But anyways, he has 2 units of spearmen with shields, 3 units of handgunners, one of which, no, I thought one of them was a regiment around. Apparently not. And 4 units of handgunners with a light wizard in the middle. Coming over to the beastmen, we have 4 units of Goreherds, same number of Ungor Spearmen, Minotaurs, 2 units of those, 1 with shields, no, both with shields, and some Chaos Spawn bringing up the middle. In addition, he had brought a Razor Goreherd, and over here, sneaky little guy brought some Ungor Raiders. Honestly, I don't know why he brought them out that far. It doesn't seem to be any real point. Moving back in that direction, we have Greenskins bringing up the enemy's left, with Goblin Wolf Rider Archers, which are very, very annoying skirmishing unit, but pretty easy to kill off if you have any missile troops. Then over here we have 2 units of Orc Biggins, and one over here. 1, 2, 3 units of Black Orcs. I think I saw a hero mixing over here. Nope. That he has the Rusty Arrows, which are a pretty good archer unit. And he also brought Grimgore Ironhide with the Goblin Big Boss. And of course the Arachnocracy. The Dwarf player has 3 units of Longbeards, 3 units of Thunders, Norgrimling's Ironbreakers, which are a very good unit. 2 units of 2 units of Organ Guns, 1 regiment of Round Hammerers, Slayers, and Ungrim Iron Fist. And for the most part, I think the Slayers are going to stay in the back to protect the Organ Guns, which is a very good idea. I do it often myself, because generally, if something attacks your artillery as Dwarf player, it's probably either going to be a flying unit of monsters or cavalry, and Slayers are pretty good at countering both those, especially since they won't break. And then of course you have the Vampire Counts with 1, 2, 3, 4 units of zombies, same number of Graveguard, 1 Sternsmen, which are elite unit of Graveguard, Regiment of Renown. Of course he has the Corpse Cart in the middle to bolster his center line, Vlad von Karstein, and the White King. And then bringing up the back, he has 2 Vargals and 1 unit of Black Knights, which are the Regiment of Renown, Varix Reavers. So I'm going to hit play here, and we'll kind of get into what's going on. So I immediately move in my Cav closer because there's no real threat of doing that, since Vampire Counts have nothing in the way of archers, and the Dwarf players seemed content to focus down the Empire, which I was okay with. I immediately move up these skirmishers to start engaging. I ended up targeting Graveguard first, although I wish I had actually seen this Corpse Cart, because at first I thought it was just another wizard for whatever reason, so I never targeted it down, and that would have helped in battle a lot more. But, you know, what you gonna do? So I'm moving up my Pegasus Knights. I'm gonna be very aggressive with my hero squad this game, but for right now I'm just moving up. Originally it seemed like the zombie player, the Vampire Counts player was content to just hold this position, which isn't really a great option, especially the way he's doing. He's just leaving so much open space to be exploited over in this area. So right now I'm just kind of getting everyone in position, especially my skirmishers. I don't really like what the Empire player is doing here, if I'm going to be quite honest. He didn't bring any real artillery with which to counter the Dwarf player's artillery, which was annoying, but oh well. However, I have to say that Luminar Prophiash is doing good damage against Arachnocracy. I brought it down to 1/4 health. Meanwhile, the Beastmen are rushing forward to engage the Orcs. And moving back over here, I believe, yes, I'm moving around my hero squad. Oh, no, I already engaged. Okay, so I sent in my troops to engage. I believe it was originally targeting the Black Knights, but I didn't come out great from that engagement. And because I was control group ordering, this group engaged the zombies, which wasn't optimal, but meh. Over here I sent this unit of Knights of the Realm to charge into these Iron Breakers, which didn't end great, but oh well. Meanwhile, these Grail Knights are going to get a really good charge against these Slayers, and I'm actually going to focus down the Slayers with the Knights of the Realm as well, and I'm going to send the Grail Knights into these Iron Breakers, and I'm going to cycle charge those Knights of the Realm into there. Meanwhile, Hero Squad, I'm going to send them as well as these Grail Knights into the Dwarven Artillery, because I knew those were causing a lot of problems for my Empire allies. I see the Black Knights coming in. I give chase with my Knights of the Realm, but they end up pulling out. So I pull away as well. So I quickly routed these organ guns. Over here I left these guys in melee a little too long against the dwarves, and I also noticed soon that they have the Vargulf coming in, so I try to pull out, but I believe he engages and manages to catch quite a few of them, if not pin down the unit. Meanwhile, pretty much for a long time, these guys are just going to keep engaging the Graveguard. Meanwhile, Hero Squad, I can't remember what I do here. I got them uncomfortably close to these Thunderers. Oh, this is the point where I turn around and I go to engage the Reavers with my flying units, and then I send in the Knights of the Realm as well. Grail Knights are mopping up these Slayers. I wasn't doing great with microing my cav in this game. I was mostly focused on the Hero Squad. I never saw that Ungrim was over here. That's probably why these guys got so wrecked in this engagement. I should have sent in, if I would have sent in my Hero Squad to focus down Ungrim, we could have ended this thing a lot quicker, but oh well. Right now I've sent in, I'm actually pulling away from this engagement. I did send in my Paladins and my King to charge in, but didn't go great. I can't stress enough how much I love King Lun Leoncoeur as a legendary lord. He is just a beast in combat, and I can't wait for the Duke of Bordelot, because he's going to be great as well. Over here, he tries to give chase with Vlad von Karstein, but I do notice at the last minute and start pulling away. My Knights of the Realm ended up routing, but they came back over here, and my Grail Knights are about to do the same. Ooh, and that Templehof Luminar gets a devastating hit on that Vargulf. I never even noticed that. You know, I think I might have judged that Temple of Luminarch a little too harshly, but still, wish you would have brought this a little more regular thing. And at this point, I do notice the corpse cart, and I start focusing it down with the two mounted yeoman archers, and at this point, yeah, I notice that he has Vlad von Karstein by himself in the middle there, so I immediately send all of these forces to engage. Unfortunately, I no, thought these guys got caught up with him, but apparently not. But I end up splitting off these Knights of the Realm to clean up these organ guns who came back from routing, while my Hero Squad deals with these with Vlad von Karstein, who took heavy damage, and I debuffed him with the, what is it? Sword of Couronne, which is King Leon Kerr's special unit. At this point, I noticed the Blood Knights, Black Knights, coming back in, and I immediately pull out. I start focusing my skirmishers on the Iron Breakers as well, because at this point I think that, no, I haven't destroyed the corpse cart quite yet. I did manage to pull out, but I'm just going to continue cycle charging into I focus down the Vargal first because I know that's a major threat, and then after that I'm going to send Leon Kerr right in to take on Vlad von Karstein. And at this point, Varix Reavers, after heavy focusing down, are starting to crumble, which is absolutely great. They've been such a pain in the ass this entire game. I was very happy to see them go. I'm also focusing down my mounted yeoman archers on Vlad von Karstein. Unfortunately, these Ironbreakers turn around and they start throwing in those devastating mining charges, so I send the mounted yeoman archers just to kind of harass and being annoying, not let them throw in more explosive into my more important units. So it's pretty much going to be sacrificing the mounted yeoman archers, but they actually do a good bit of damage, although of course in prolonged combat they're kind of going to get destroyed. So I pull them out and kind of cycle charge them a little bit. They don't have great charge bonus, but it's better than just leaving them in there. He does raise dead into here, and pretty soon my Knights of the Realm are going to break. However, as you could probably already tell, Vlad von Karstein is not doing so hot, and he doesn't have a lot of time left. It's either going to be this charge. Oh yeah, and Karl Franz comes in as well. He is just having a very bad day. If you look over in the middle, Dwarves did decent against the Empire. Actually, I think the Empire is completely routed at this point. Yeah. However, and I kind of almost thought the battle might have been lost to this point. But as I looked over farther right, I could see that the Beastmen were they did a really good job against the Orcs, of course, with the help of the the Luminarch of something destroying that Arachnaut Kreen, like utterly wrecking her day. I send in Leon Kerr to destroy the corpse cart because I didn't want that giving a bonus to all of these units, and my paladin comes in and engages Vlad von Karstein. And usually, of course, in a one-on-one fight that wouldn't be great, but at this point Vlad's just taken so much damage that he even a paladin with a few good charges is going to take him down. So he's going to just absolutely book it for the hills with his Vlad von Karstein. Unfortunately, King Leon Kerr isn't about to let that happen. Oh, wait, maybe he will. Yep, he engages corpse cart first, and then skadoosh. And yep, there goes down the Vampire Count Vlad von Karstein. And with that, his forces are going to start to crumble, although a couple of his more elite units are gonna hang around an annoyingly long time. More specifically, one of these units of Grave Guards, as well as the Varix Rangers, held on to pretty much the bitter end. And at this point, I send down King Leon Kerr to try and mop up those Black Knights. That's gonna be a hassle. Over here, my Knights are engaging these zombies, and they're gonna rout, which is pretty embarrassing for them. I would never show up my face in Bretonia again if I was them, but the good news is the majority of these zombies are gonna quickly rout, especially once the corpse guard. No, corpse guard's already dead. I honestly, I know it'd make them a little harder to play, but I don't like how long that the grave guard and like most of the undead are able to keep from crumbling after they've been what's it called, after their lord and their corpse guard has been destroyed. There's nothing that should really keep them going, but lore gripes. Yeah, let's go into cinematic. Get that away. Alright, so as you can see, I've had a bunch of units run and then come back. That's been a constant theme, and I wasn't great at microing the units that returned. The great thing about these zombies being hit with that net of anti-yuck is that it kept them crumbling even longer, because the zombies are going to continue to crumble, although it's going to be a painfully slow process throughout the entire game. Meanwhile, I have King Luon Leoncoeur and the hero from the Beastmen engaging this Dwarven Lord, who I believe is Ungrim. I'm going to turn up cinematic mode real quick. Over here we have these zombies rushing in to help Ungrim, and unfortunately he will kill Morgar the Shadowgrave, which I was absolutely pissed about. I was like, "You fool! Why would you send in your hero with such low health? King Luon had it!" But it didn't end up mattering. Oh, this is the Paladin. This hasn't even been the King. King's been busy somewhere else. But Paladin gets out of there real quick, and then next thing you know, King Luon Leoncoeur charges in from the back, does a huge amount of damage, and then his trusty Hippogriff nims him in the ass, and that ends the battle. And I really loved that shot, because I was watching. I had my camera locked right behind him, and he just came in and hit him, and just as the Paladin was coming in, King Luon was like, "No, not today, this one's mine." So that was the battle. Hope you enjoyed. This is my first attempt at a battle report, so to speak. Hope to do some more in the future. I'm going to look at this real quick. So as you can see, we didn't kill a lot of units with any of our units, because my whole approach to fighting the undead was to I was a sniper build, and I was in this fight to kill as many heroes and wipe out the important artillery, and be an overall huge annoyance, and I just tied down the entire Vampire Count's army for most of that battle. Well, for actually the entire battle. He did send off one of his Vargals at some point, but I'm pretty sure got immediately murder fucked. And not only that, but I also managed to keep the dwarf organ guns out of the fight for most of the battle, which I think made a huge difference, because in the beginning you saw those were just doing metric shit ton of damage to the Empire army. They were tearing apart those closed rank formations. So in the end, most of the kills actually went to this Knights of the Realm, Although, to be fair, they weren't high-profile kills. The real work, even though it says doesn't say they had as many kills, was with my Paladin, King Luan Leon Kerr, and the Pegasus Knights. That command squad did such a great job at breaking the enemy's command chain. Even though the Pegasus Knights were meh, but they tended to, once you charge in with the Pegasus Knights, you really gotta get them out quick. They don't last very long against anything. I mainly had them as kind of meat shields, flying meat shields for the Paladin and King Luan Leon Kerr. My Grail Knights didn't do as great. Of course, they were targeting some heavier stuff like the Vargulf. But I'm just kind of rambling at this point. You can take a look over here. The Dwarf player did pretty good for himself. I kind of really fucked him, though, by taking out those organ guns. And if we actually look over here, you can just see just how important all those that I took him out, because that one had 180 kills and 116 before I took them offline. So, yeah, this has been my battle report. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like and a comment. Tell me what you think. Peace.